Brought to you by ITConcepts Switzerland, your BMC Elite partner. As the only BMC Accelerate partner in Switzerland, ITConcepts is providing superior experience, value, and outcomes to you, our customers.
Since version 2002, BMC has made numerous interesting innovations, enhancements and adjustments to ITSM and DWP. From the large amount of functions and features, we present a few selected highlights in this video that show what up-to-date ServiceOps looks like. We will also take a small look at potential enhancements for future versions. The functions shown are based on the BMC Helix SaaS solution version 22.1 in the cloud.
Studio pages in Digital Workplace.
Let's start with User Prisha in Digital Workplace Advanced. What looks like a familiar DWP design at first glance is based on a completely new design and access concept, the studio pages. On the one hand, this can be recognized by the new menu item, Home. On the other hand, these 5 tiles in the middle are no ordinary categorization sections or marketplaces. They are the entrance to special and individually designed studio pages. For example, a specific page for the needs of human resources with knowledge articles and services specifically for HR. Or a special page for IT questions, requests, and incidents. And as a final example, a customized page for facility management. Here we take a closer look at a tile that covers a DWP catalog bundle, a combination of multiple requests from a common request. This can be used to order a visitor badge for visitors, but optionally also to reserve a parking space and request access to a guest Wi-Fi. The requester is then guided through the topics and individual questions.
Studio Page Builder and Navigations Manager.
Now, how can we create such individual pages? DWP Advanced offers the Studio Page Builder, which can be accessed via the admin console. An overview page shows all available pages and their status as well as other metadata. This includes the home page as we have just seen. Each element or content block or tile can be positioned and designed individually. After selecting an element, on the left side there will appear a rich palette for customizing properties, individually or by using templates. This can be done for each individual page according to the specific requirements of customer or department. Here we are on the facility management page and see a different header with colors, fonts, and buttons different from the home page, individually or by using template. But not only the design can be customized. Individual objects can be enabled or suppressed for specific device types. The result can be displayed in a preview window, specific for a tablet or for a smartphone. All this applies to content blocks or catalog sections. The way to design is comparable with a web page builder. The content blocks or catalog sections can be positioned and moved via what you see is what you get. But you can not only create different studio pages. Of course, you can also define who should have access to these pages. This is done via so-called entitlements. In our demo environment, all pages are accessible to all users. In a real productive environment, you can create individual pages for single departments or customers and publish or hide them. Pages can easily be presented or made hidden in general via the navigation manager. Both the classic tabs under Core Application Pages and the newly created Studio pages are available here. With a simple click on the house icon, a specific page can be turned into a landing page. In addition, the position of the pages can be adjusted in the Explore menu. We move facilities to the top and see the result directly in DWP. Never before has it been so convenient and efficient to create customized and visually appealing portals according to customer requirements. A real highlight that inspires.
Coexistence with catalog sections.
Another good news is that the classic catalog with its sections can exist in parallel with the new Studio pages. So there is no need for a big bang conversion to deadline. The presentation of the classic view and the structure of the category tree continue to exist completely independently. Catalog sections are still configured in the Catalog Settings section of the DWP Admin Console. The sections and entries defined there still appear on the catalog page. This coexistence allows a relaxed changeover in phases.
Using Chatbot in DWP to create a ticket.
In addition to the presumably familiar live chat version, the chatbot offers new and convenient options for communication between the end user and the support organization. End user relevant messages can be displayed. Concerns can be formulated in natural language. The connection to knowledge management suggests possible solutions. Articles can be displayed immediately and seamlessly and checked for relevance. If no article was helpful, a ticket can also be created. After entering a text, the system suggests possible services. After selecting a suitable service, you can continue with the input in natural language. The system automatically detects whether it makes sense to display an asset assigned to the person for selection. A simple click is enough to link the device. In our example, the selection of a service is optional and will be skipped. After confirmation by the end user that the information provided is correct, a ticket is created and this is communicated to the end user in a mini view including the generated request number. In our example, 2514. There is an optional evaluation of the support experience, with further input if required. In this way, a fault report or a request can be placed with the service desk even without a form.
New options in My Activities.
For the end user, it is completely irrelevant how the ticket was created. Under My Activities, the ticket you have just created appears in the same way as the ticket you created manually via the service questionnaire. A new function allows to display information from the fulfillment application, in this case, the BMC Helix Incident Management, in DWP. This can be configured separately by ticket type. However, the request ID is relevant.
PWA Screens in Smart IT.
With version 20.08, BMC has started to move away from the classic Smart IT screens based on AngularJS and gradually switch to Progressive Web App, or PWA for short. The advantages are numerous, although it will probably take some time getting used to. Screens can now be customized via Developer Studio, and custom forms and workflows can be displayed and used in the new design in Smart IT. In addition, dynamic display on various types of end devices is possible. Currently, the ticket console is still largely unchanged, but is expected to be replaced in 2023 by a completely redeveloped and powerful version based on new Innovation Suite technology. Already available and helpful is the Needs Attention flag, which indicates whether a ticket has been adjusted or added in a way that is relevant for the supporter and should be taken into account and probably requires a reaction. Also new is the marker for major incidents. From the console, we open the ticket that Prisha created via chatbot. It is a PWA view. Out of the box, the DWP request ID is displayed and clickable to open the DWP request. As you can see, the selected CI was taken over, also a clickable. The progressive view can be recognized directly by the new tabs with integrated display of the number of linked objects. For demonstration purposes, let's open another incident where a task has already been linked. We add a new task based on a template. Strikingly, checkboxes allow multiple selections, unlike the Smart IT view with radio buttons and single selection only. Also, the search for CIs is much more comfortable in the PWA screens. Faster, clearer, more comfortable, and customizable. These are PWA screens.
New presentation of approvals.
The advantage of progressive views is also obvious in change management. Not only task lists and linked CIs are displayed more clearly. The advantages also become apparent when looking at upcoming approvals. With a clear table display, the often confusing display of Smart IT views is a thing of the past. You can see who is responsible for which approval and directly see your own role as alternate approver. So at this point, we approve on behalf of Max Green. The change goes into the next phase, where another approval is already required, this time by Prisha. We deliberately do not act as an alternate this time and come back to this approval step later. In addition, there are numerous improvements in detail. One example is the clearer display of SLA information. Service targets that are still open are represented by green dots. A fulfilled goal gets a small black tick in the green field. The information on individual service targets can now be displayed more easily and clearly. Thus, there are numerous other features to increase the user-friendliness. However, presenting them would go beyond the scope of this demo. BMC is working on some extensions that might be made officially available in the product in one of the next versions. Already now, some of them can be downloaded as so-called seal extensions. You may import and test them at your own risk. We want to take a quick look at 3 of these extensions.
Things to come. Audit and notification log.
In order for traceable data to be displayed, an existing incident ticket is first assigned. Using the improved email function, we send an email to Prisha. If the flag "Only search people related to this ticket" is set, only people related to this ticket are automatically listed as potential recipients. If not, any other valid recipient can be selected. Attachments can be sent or linked knowledge articles can be referenced. Lastly, we add a public note to the Activity tab. These activities are displayed in the Activity tab, as it is more or less already known. With the Seal extension, 2 tabs are added. The audit log shows who changed which values and when, for those fields where the log function has been activated. This closes a gap to the mid-tier audit log. The Notification log tab displays the sent notifications, and thus also provides a feature that was missing in Smart IT.
Things to come. Template console PWA extension.
Some administrative tasks do not necessarily have to be performed by people with admin rights and know-how in the depths of the AR system. For example, a support group coordinator can edit templates. The usual way so far was via the application administration console and the nested menu structure. In a first version of the Seal extension, editing is now possible directly from Smart IT for selected template types. You can edit the templates as in the classic view. All attributes are available. Task or task group templates can also be selected and related. Of course, all adjustments are fully synchronized, whether you work with old mask or progressive views. The example of a change template shows the specific change management attributes and tabs up to the process flow.
Things to come. Approval Central PWA extension.
Another highly interesting Seal extension is the Approval Console as a PWA screen. As we saw above, Prisha is registered as an approver for a change. She can still search for her due approvals via the Ticket console, open any change and approve or reject it. With the Special Approval Console, the functionality of the classic Approval Central is now available. All changes for which an approval is pending are displayed and, of course, also detailed information on the change request. If further data is required, the change request can be opened directly in Smart IT without a media break. An advanced search function is also available, which can be used to refine the search for specific change requests. Likewise, provided you have the appropriate permissions, you can extend the search to change requests for which you do not have the primary approver role. A special comfort gain is the possibility to define the alternates via the button My Alternate Approvers in the upper right corner without having to enter via other masks. The next use cases show how machine learning and AI significantly simplify and accelerate the time-consuming work of data analysis. ITSM Insights largely relieves the support agent of the tedious work of data analysis and correlation. Various sorting criteria are available. The severity of incidents can be determined directly via color coding. Artificial intelligence is used to analyze and correlate all current incidents. The summary also makes suggestions as to whether it is possibly a major incident. If you look at the details of an incident cluster formed by AI, you have the further filtering options. Now you can select all or specific incidents and link them as original and duplicate. The system proposes a ticket as original, which, as in this case, is an already existing one that was not listed in the cluster because it was already solved. We accept the incident with the ending digits 21008 as original and link the selected ones as duplicates. We are looking for this incident in the console. As you can also see here, the incident has already been resolved. The Related Items tab lists the 3 incidents that were previously selected from the cluster. They have also been given the status, resolved, and linked to the corresponding relationship type. There is no more efficient way to identify and resolve the same and related incidents. This feature is an immense time saver. We open ITSM Insights again and see that the number in the first cluster has been reduced by the 3 incidents we selected. We select the cluster VPN issue north and get the list of correlated and not yet linked incidents. Here, one incident is marked as a potential original, which has not yet been linked and therefore appears in the list. It is also not yet resolved, like all other incidents in the list. We follow the suggestion and choose this incident as the original. We search for the ticket via the global search and open it. Under Related Items, the previously selected incidents are listed as duplicates. They are given the status pending, since now only the original needs to be processed further. The time-consuming manual search for duplicates is also eliminated here. Nevertheless, one has full control over the relationships. While real-time incident correlation primarily deals with current open incidents, problem management is concerned with researching the causes of incidents that have predominantly already been closed, with the aim of reducing the probability of their occurrence in the future. This ITIL practice is often neglected because the analysis of data, especially that in free text fields, is a time-consuming and laborious undertaking. This is where proactive problem management with cognitive automation comes in, enabling a whole new way of working through machine learning and AI. Incidents are analyzed and grouped into clusters if their cause is highly likely to be a candidate for problem management. This involves not only grouping, but also prioritizing in order to be able to weight the necessary measures in a target-oriented manner. The display is done in a heat map. The grouping can be colored based on different criteria. The size of a tile can represent the number of incidents or the required resolution time. A list view provides further details and shows how time-consuming the resolution process of the incidents was, or whether a trend can be identified that should be counteracted. After selecting a cluster in the heat map, you get a list of incidents, which you can of course open individually. The trend is also visualized here. Any incidents can be selected which, as noted at the outset, are resolved individually. These can now be used to create a problem investigation record. In Smart IT, attributes are already filled in and can be added or adjusted in an edit view. After saving, the problem analysis can be continued. The creation was done from within ITSM Insights. The previously selected incidents have been linked automatically. This intelligent system can save a lot of time and effort. Nothing stands between you and a successful problem management, which is fully integrated into the HELIX ITSM solution.
Major incidents.
Smart IT provides full-fledged major incident management with specific process and dedicated roles as well as special functions. If an incident assignee comes to the conclusion that the incident at hand could be a major incident, it can be flagged as a candidate. In addition to the ticket assignment, 2 additional roles are involved for which a person assignment must now be made. Liam becomes the major incident manager, and Seth becomes the communication coordinator for this incident. Once saved, these individuals are informed and are now responsible for the specific major incident workflow. In Smart IT, the major incident is specially marked. A separate section for handling major incidents is displayed and highlighted in color. There is now the possibility to specify important detailed information. In addition, a special major incident team can be set up to take care of the actual remediation. We add Bob as a vendor representative and Osvaldo as a subject matter expert. We can save or add more people. It is also possible to assign different rights to the team members. In this specific case, we consider that Bob should get less permissions and edit his entry. After saving the team configuration, it will be displayed as a separate table in the major incident area. Let's take this major incident as a basis to demonstrate the possibility of an exceedingly interesting integration. Seth can of course communicate within the ticket system, create notes, or send emails. What if he could also use an established collaboration tool directly from Smart IT? This is possible through ChatOps integration, for example, with MS Teams. Clicking on the Launch ChatOps link opens a window in which the people involved so far are already listed. These can be removed from the chat if necessary, or additional people can be added, even if they have no direct role in relation to the ticket so far. After clicking on the Launch ChatOps link, MS Team would now open as a group chat in a real environment with an actual integration. However, since the ITConcepts Microsoft 365 environment is not integrated with the BMC demo system, at this point you can only begin to see what would happen in real operation. Probably many have been waiting for this kind of integration. Here it is. But there is even more. BMC is working on functionality that will enable teams to use selected ITSM functions. BMC ChatOps in Teams allows to list the most useful and common actions via a dynamic and context-sensitive help function. A complete overview can be obtained by entering help. And yes, these are not just chat messages, but real ITSM functionalities. For example, you can view assigned incidents, problem investigations, or change requests via My Tickets. From the list of tickets, further details can be retrieved with a click. A Teams meeting can be scheduled. And now it gets really interesting. Work info entries can be added. And also the status of the ticket can be changed. All this also works for tickets that are assigned to your own support groups. Here you can see the example of problem investigations. However, the integration can do much more than just ticket handling. Even services with their status can be displayed, with information about assigned monitoring events. It is possible to jump to service monitoring in order to analyze possible causes in more detail. An acknowledge of events is possible, as well as the creation of a new incident. This type of integration is truly unique and plays on a level all its own.
Real ServiceOps integration with service monitoring and event management.
Integration is the key to success. Gone are the days of separate worlds, service management here, operations management there. BMC brings everything together and presents ServiceOps. And that's much more than creating a ticket based on an event. AIOps with machine learning and integration with smart IT can now automatically offer and follow up on a possible root cause of failure. We open an incident and see a new section, Top Probable Causes Nodes. Possible causes for this incident are presented there. Clicking on the name of the CI opens it in the Asset Management view. Via the tab Assets, linked CIs can be listed with their relationship classes. A graphical representation is also available and helpful for an overview, but does not show current monitoring information. This is where AIOps integration comes into play as the ServiceOps solution. You can either open service monitoring via resources and explore probable causes, or via the View Details link and directly see the potentially causing node. The probability is also weighted on the basis of the stored service model. In addition, the determined health score is displayed. Totally ingenious is the integration of numerous monitoring sources in one interface and in one calculation model. Already here we see AWS and Splunk as data sources. This becomes even clearer after switching the view to situations. Now you can see well that Nagios or Dynatrace are also used as input. Everything in view, consolidated, and with a common impact calculation model. This is how state-of-the-art service monitoring works today. And here, in addition to the static representation of the service model, the dynamics of the impacts can of course now be represented. From here, you can go into even more detail and down to the event level. And all this starting from Smart IT without system change or additional login. But there is also real added value in the opposite direction. The timeline not only shows when events occurred, but also what incidents occurred for this CI. And, even more importantly, when change requests were made that may have led to the events. Here, what belongs together is brought together. ServiceOps by BMC.
New reporting solution HELIX Dashboards.
The ITSM suite has seen many a reporting solution come and go over the course of its history, all with individual strengths and weaknesses. The current solution is called BMC Helix Dashboards, based on the open source solution Grafana. Not another new solution. Some say, why dashboards? I need reporting with lists, say others. However, contrary to what the name suggests, it is a full-fledged reporting solution with an enormous range of functions. Dashboards comes with numerous ready-made dashboards out of the box and is constantly being expanded. A dashboard consists of one or more panels, such as the incident dashboard shown here. In addition to many graphical display options, there are lists, crosstabs, and various special formats for the panels. BMC offers access via form and field names, but there is no metadata level as with smart reporting. However, Dashboards unleashes all its power through the use of SQL queries. And yes, normal list reports are possible, including custom filters, formatting, and, of course, opening tickets directly in Smart IT. Here you can see, for example, that the column header for the assignee group has been customized. And a report type that many have missed in Smart Reporting is now available again. It is possible to create reports in form style. For example, for incident details or delivery bills in the area of asset management. The design possibilities are manifold, starting with labels different from those of the DB. A lot of possible customization of graphical elements. And panel types that did not exist in either BIRT or Smart Reporting. In addition, both the community and BMC are constantly adding new features. After an admittedly somewhat demanding familiarization period, you won't want to miss the sheer endless possibilities of BMC Helix Dashboards.